Hello, it's Friday, January 23rd, 2026. I hope you are doing well this Friday. It's morning time here, so good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this, right? Be positive, be kind, be patient, be grateful, be present, keep loving your heart. Thank you for joining me. And we're here at Dolores Park. So I've got a piping hot caffeinated beverage from the Dolores Park Cafe. If you're ever in the Dolores Park area, check them out. So let's get into the park. And I gotta say, I am feeling incredibly grateful today. It's a little chilly out here. You can probably tell by the hoodie that I'm wearing. But a little overcast, as you can see. But regardless, I'm stoked, I'm jazzed on being alive today. I'm not sure still if you can get an idea of how steep this hill is here. You can see the trajectory of how it goes up there. And yeah, get your heart pumping. I'm just jazzed today, and it's a good day. In general, nothing specific, no particular purpose or reason why. It just feels like a great day today, and I'm happy. Happy to be alive, happy got this guy here with me, happy that we're able to spend this day here at Dolores Park, enjoying it being, I don't know, in the low 50s here. Not terrible, right? Certainly bearable in a hoodie. Again, I'll take a second here to reminisce on living in Chicago, where, as I understand it, today schools are closed due to the excessively low temperatures. So, feeling grateful. Feeling incredibly grateful and happy to be here today. It's a good day. It's a good day to push out the negative thoughts. It's a good day to embrace positivity. It's a good day to say today is the day, right? That's what I did a little over a week ago, and I decided to start doing these videos. Again, I don't want to harp on our beloved friend Adam too much, but I will say that spirit is something I really hope to carry on here, is the heck it, do it today. Don't talk about it, be about it, right? Those are things that we believe in. And I want to carry that spirit forward. Even if it's as simple as just taking a quick walk to the park and grabbing a coffee. Right? Gotta get out, gotta do something. And I just wanted to point out real quick that my son and I, we do wear the same shoes, checkerboard Vans. Yeah. And he's getting so interested in the people and dogs and surroundings here at the park. He's getting so interested in everything. He's looking and really taking it all in, and it's so amazing to see. It's so amazing to see. He's like coming online little by little, and it's just incredible. I'm so grateful that I get to be here with him as this is all happening, and I get to take it in real time and document it, right? Document this, because this is not necessarily just for him either. I realize this is for me. This is me and for my wife, documenting the journey of parenting little by little as this guy grows. And you know, we're gonna figure it out and enjoy and watch how he changes and develops. So it's getting a little active over here at the park. So got a couple sips left of my coffee. Also wanted to talk really briefly about just the general perceptions of urban environments in major cities that seem fairly commonplace, that I've encountered across the internet. And this is coming from somebody who's currently living in San Francisco for the past year and a half approximately. Prior to that, I lived in Chicago, in the city proper, for approximately 10 years. So obviously, how would you phrase it? Maybe controversial cities that get major attention for maybe reputations they don't quite deserve. So what I want to just mention is that here every day, you know, we go out to these parks and on these outings, and what doesn't happen is perhaps the hellscape that's often described and depicted in the media. And before I go on, two things I have to avoid here, and I really want to avoid, and I'm going to avoid. First of all, politics. Our first keystone here, be positive. And I find in my experience that the intersection between politics and positivity is incredibly slim, if present at all. Secondly, I'm not going to sit here and act like the issues that are discussed frequently don't exist. They do, right? Issues exist in all major cities. But I think it's a choice to put out to the world that what happens in specific areas of a city and present it as if it's a widespread issue that encompasses an entire city and population center is misrepresentative of a population center and unfair, right? That's a good way to put it. It's an unfair representation of an urban area and a population center. What I'm really getting at the end of the day is that I think it's very infrequent that places like San Francisco or Chicago or other major metros in America are presented fairly for what they are. And again, that's not to say that there's no bad stuff around. There absolutely is. It's a major city. It happens. But, I mean, look, I'm out here every day with my son. And not only am I not at all afraid to take my son out here into San Francisco and all over the city, mind you. We have a good time. It's not dodging this and looking out for that and trying to just get to a thing. We have a good time going out. He enjoys seeing these places. We enjoy getting some fresh air together. It's not the craziness you often see portrayed in certain media outlets. So with that all in mind, I kind of wanted to say about San Francisco and Chicago. They're not good or bad. They can't be either of those things. They're places, not people. That said, the people in these places are not bad people, right? They're major population centers. And when you have several 100,000 million plus people, there's going to percentage-wise be even a small percentage of San Francisco sits around 800,000, right? So say 1%. Still what, 8,000 people? I'm not a huge math guy. It's either 800 or 8,000. I can't for sure, but either way, right? It's a small number of people, and it's not percentage-wise no worse than other places, but gets blown out of proportion. And I think it tends to have everything to do with the population makeup and not the actual crime statistics that's actually happening. But I'm gonna slow down now, because again, we're not trying to get political. I'm just saying, I think what I'm really the heart of what I'm getting at is be positive, be kind, be patient, be grateful, be present, keep love in your heart. Also applies to your perception of things. So try to keep that in mind, right? In fact, you know what? I just read about something on Reddit that I think is particularly applicable. So let's go check this thing out. Perhaps you're familiar with the Mission's well-known murals, and this coffee portion of this one really caught my attention, but I wanted to just show you guys, because the murals are an incredible part of the Mission, the street art, and the burritos and pupusas. Yeah. Okay, I found what I am looking for. Let me explain a little bit, because this is going to be difficult to do proper video of. I will show you. Somebody installed a phone booth here in San Francisco that says, "Call a Republican," and it goes to Abilene, Texas, or Abilene, my apologies, which is supposedly the most Republican town in America, and San Francisco is supposedly the most democratic town in America. And I think the idea here is that you just connect to people, try to wash away the pretense of politics and partisanship and whatnot, and just try to connect with somebody. And I really like the idea. So I figured I'd come down here and give you a glimpse of what it is. I don't want to record the conversation due to privacy reasons, although if you're curious, from what I understand, the conversations are being recorded by the company that installed them and will be used as more or less an art piece onto their own right later. So somebody was on the phone when I walked by a second ago, but I wanted to take a quick sec to explain it before I show you guys what the phone looks like, and then I'll try to make a call and see if we can't have a nice conversation with somebody in Abilene, Texas. And I want to be very, very clear here. I am not endorsing any political affiliation or ideation. I wish to not get into this. I wish to stay out. My wishes are to spread positivity, kindness, patience, gratitude, presence, and love. And again, I find that the intersection between these ideals and politics as a whole are thin, if they exist at all. Okay, so this is the party line. Call a Republican. So again, I'm not gonna record the actual call, but you can read about that here, and yeah, we will give this a try. See how it goes. All right, that was fascinating, and I will tell you about it as I go head on home. So I got to speak briefly with a man in Abilene. I believe he said his name was Chris, but I may be mistaken on that one. It was a brief conversation, right? Teaches music. Seems like a nice guy. He told me a bit about Abilene. Sounds like a lovely town, right? The plaque there did specify a little further, clarify that, okay, apparently San Francisco is the most liberal city and Abilene is the most conservative city. Again, I find this all to be kind of useless, right? We're all people. We have a lot more in common than any differences, right? So, for example, my man's in Abilene who's a music teacher. I love music. I'd venture a guess that you probably enjoy music yourself. We all like music. Let's bask in the healing power of music. And I know, right, avoiding politics, I don't want to get into the issues. And I'm not saying big things should be ignored or swept under the rug. I'm just saying I think we need to start individually focusing on connections first. Other people, building connection back up. Be positive, be kind, be patient, be grateful, be present, keep love in your heart. As we deal with everybody, right? We don't want to be approachable, don't want to take the what are you, accusatory tone and attitude. We don't want that. We be kind, be patient, be positive, be patient, be grateful, be present, keep love in your heart. I'm glad I did that. It's a limited installation. I think it said maybe 30 days or so. Just opened. But I'm glad I did that. Because we're all people, right? And again, I'm not by any means encouraging you to not care about the things that matter to you, right? I just don't want to use this space for that. The thing I do want to use this space for is to say to be kind to each other, right? I'm not tacitly endorsing any political affiliation or agenda or ideology here, other than aligning myself spiritually with being positive, kind, patient, grateful, present, and keeping love in my heart. Which is arguably a political stance, but anyway, the point here is not to not be accusatory of anything, right? Politics, I think, are incredibly overblown in our day-to-day lives here in America. And I think they're purposefully divisive to keep people from having the connection I'm talking about. Because the more disconnected we are, the easier it is for big corporations to separate us from our money. Seriously. So, we covered a lot of ground today. Talked about a lot of stuff. And ultimately, I want to take a second real quick to just say, I hope you're doing well. You, yes, you watching this right now. Let me not have my finger in the shot. You. I hope you are doing fantastic. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I hope it's going so good. But just in case it's not, I want you to know you're awesome. You matter. You make a difference in the world. You're important. You're special. You're unique. The world's a better place because you're in it. So, be positive, be kind, be patient, be grateful, be present, keep loving your heart. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.